Good evening and welcome to the Municipality of Monroeville's Citizens Night and Agenda Setting Meeting for November 9th, 2023. It is approximately 10 after 7 p.m. Would all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Grieslock,
Here.
Mr. Hizzy.
Here.
Mr. Poach.
Here.
Mr. Stevenson.
Here.
Mr. Wolfram.
Here.
Mr. Adams.
Here.
Mr. Williams.
Here.
Mr. Biondo.
Here.
Mr. Little.
Here.
Mr. Ratcher.
Here.
Mr. Rock, Ms. Rock.
Here.
Mr. Hugus.
Here.
Threw me
Mr.
off.
Sedlak.
Here.
Mr. Weldon.
Welcome. So this is our Citizens Night and our agenda-setting meeting. This is not a voting meeting this evening. Our voting meeting will be on Tuesday, the 14th, next Tuesday. But we do have a Citizens Night component to this meeting, which will be right now. So if anyone is signed in to address council on any municipal item, now would be your time to do so. If you're an applicant for anything, that'll be later in the meeting. So if there's any resident or taxpayer that'd like to address council, now would be your time. And we always ask for everyone to keep a 5-minute, keep your comments to 5 minutes. That'd be great.
I'm Sandra Stanley. I'm a Monroeville resident. 2 months ago, I came here to tell you about a dangerous situation we have on Monroe Street. Nothing has changed. We have a property owner who has 2 rentals there where he has let the hedges and foliage grow to the point where they're taller than I am. They're on 2 sides of a bend, so it's impossible to see if there is an oncoming vehicle coming around that bend. I think 2 months was enough time for a borough official to drive to Monroe Street, look at the situation, contact the property owner, and have him cut back those hedges or foliage. The hedges are not going to lose their leaves in the fall, so we still have a dangerous situation. Does anybody know if anything is being done about it?
Paul, was anybody sent?
Yeah, I was
Over.
told 2 months.
I was gonna refer to Councilman Williams, because he went there.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, these things, yeah, code enforcement will come out to these things. As far as the timelines, they don't move as quickly as we'd like them to because there's times that we have to comply with, but then when these things go to the magistrate's office, that adds more time. So if we could find out, Paul, if we could find out
Absolutely.
where
I'll
this
figure
is
it out.
at in the process, because I agree with you, it should have been,
Oh, no, because I've come
Taken care
close
of by
now
now.
3 times to somebody not paying attention, and my neighbor 1 time.
Ma'am, there are regulations that code enforcement has to adhere to. They go to the property, they see what's wrong, they have to send a letter, they have to wait 30 days. It takes time, and that's the way it's set up. We can't
I-
change that.
I understand that. I'm just hoping none of us have an accident in the meantime while
Well,
bureaucracy is
we're going to circle
working.
back on this, though, definitely, and see where it's at.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
I'll leave the floor open for comments on any municipal item.
Hi, my name's Stephanie Sechrist. I live on Logan's Ferry Road. Several months ago, I did call the municipality. I know I spoke with Holly initially when she answered the phone, and she transferred me. Unfortunately, I don't know who I spoke to or who I left a message for. The new housing plan, Armour Drive. There are no stop signs coming out of that plan. I went back to the commission meeting back on October 17th of 2018, and at about the 39-minute mark, the board asked about traffic control devices on Logan's Ferry. The answer was no, that there would be stop signs put up. They're not there.
Where Armour Drive
Armour-
intersects with
Yeah,
Logan's Ferry?
both of them.
Okay.
On Logan's Ferry, the only other road that does not have a stop sign coming off is Rabbit Run Road, which there's like 4 or 5 houses. But when this first happened, I was just like, well, it's kind of weird, there's no stop signs, so I called. Since that call, both my daughter and I have almost been hit by cars coming out. I mean, I would assume people know you have to stop coming out, you can't assume. There's landscapers going in, they're still building. The stop signs need
thanks.
to go up.
Is that a requirement from the developer?
Yeah, the
Put
developer
them
will
up?
put that in.
You
Yeah,
went,
it was
well,
in-
first of all, Armour Drive is still a private road. It's not a municipal road, as is Rabbit Run Lane's a private road. So it's the developer's responsibility to install stop signs, not the municipalities.
Right, but they are required to, though.
Yeah.
They show on the plans, and I've had numerous conversations with the HOA director, and she is aware that they can install the stop signs before they dedicate the road to us. Monroeville won't put the stop signs in until we own the road.
Correct.
Well, that part's understood, but I think that
There's
we need to
kids
make,
that
we need to make
stand
them
there.
put stop signs up there.
Yeah. There's
If
kids
we're able to.
standing there at the bus stop constantly. I work from home. I hear the screeching of tires. I hear the honking of the horns. I'm worried like a kid's gonna get hit or something. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah,
Is this one of the conditions?
yeah, I mean, I think we can do that.
Well, part two to that is to establish a stop sign legally, you have to pass an ordinance to support it. The police can't enforce any traffic citations until that's done.
Council, I think it's something we can easily resolve, so
Yeah.
can we go look what the legal recourse is to kind of
Yeah.
get this all straightened out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave the floor open for anyone who'd like to address council on any municipal item. Seeing none, we're going to close the Citizens Night comment period and move over to our agenda-setting meeting. I have an executive session announcement. The council conducted an executive session on Monday, October 23rd, from 6:30 PM to 6:30 PM to 9:45 PM, and before Citizens Night on Thursday, November 9th, 2023, from 6:15 to 7 PM for personnel and litigation reasons. Council legislative action, if any, shall be taken at the Tuesday, November 14th council meeting. Council, we have minutes to consider for the Citizens Night meeting of October 5th, 2023, the council agenda-setting meeting of October 5th, 2023, and the regular council meeting of October 10th, 2023. Any questions or comments, council, regarding those minutes? Very good. And once again, this is not a voting meeting. These will, all these items we're going to go over right now, we will be voting on or considering at the November 14th regular council meeting. Council, reports of the tax collections that you have in front of you. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, list of bills and budget transfers. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, very good. Payroll report, council. Questions or comments? And then vacancies on boards, commissions, and authorities, we will consider that on Tuesday as well. We're going to move over to our consent agenda. We have old business 23-5-C, that is RT 22 MTWP LLC. Mr. Little.
Yes, the applicant is requesting a conditional use approval to install a billboard pursuant to the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 1443 as amended, section 307.14 billboards. Property is located at William Penn Highway, tax parcel 743J297 in the C2 Business Commercial District. A public hearing is required for this. Planning Commission has recommended denial of this application. The applicant has requested tabling this application until Tuesday, December 5th, 2023, in the council agenda sitting meeting, and waives all time limits. I understand there's a representative here for the applicant.
There is, Mr. Little. My name is Stuart Gall.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So Stuart, if you want to give us an update, or?
We think this is the last, we have requested a few continuances in the past of this hearing. We think this is the last time. It's simply a question of putting together a few more exhibits and trying to get a few more things lined up so that we can come here and present things smoothly and get through them as quickly as we possibly can.
Okay, so this is this would be a public hearing item, which we're not going to do tonight. Normally, we do the public hearings at this meeting, at the agenda-setting meeting. So we're not going to have that this evening. And then we have our voting meeting next Tuesday, which council can decide to leave it on the table, which would probably be the reasonable thing to do. But to your point, and what I maybe ask council, this has been going on for a little bit, maybe I suggest that we grant the tabling with the caveat of, we have to do it in December. If not in December, it has to be pulled from the agenda. So, but we're not going to consider that tonight. We'll talk about that on Tuesday, but council, that's kind of that's the direction I think we should maybe go into, but we'll figure that out on Tuesday. But for now, we're not going to have the public hearing. It's already been tabled, so there's really no action to take tonight, and there's no action to take on Tuesday either, but we may, with council's consent, we may kind of put that little extra fine print in there. And Mr. Ratcher, you agree that's something we are able
Yes.
to do?
Sure, yeah.
Do we have to make a motion to table it for another month, or?
No, it's already tabled.
No, we'll do it Tuesday night, and it's on the table already, so the only motion you would have to make is if you wanted to bring it off the table and act on it. So if you're okay with what Nick just said, we'll just run through it on Tuesday night, and next month will be showtime. The
Okay.
5th,
Okay.
Tuesday the 5th.
Yes.
All right,
Very good.
thank you very much.
You're welcome, thank you. Council, moving over to our new business, 23-4-SUB, that is Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. Mr. Little, please.
Yes, this applicant is requesting preliminary and final subdivision approval to subdivide tax parcel 855R302, Good Shepherd, and convey the subdivided property, which is .88 acres, to tax parcel 855K101, Cochrane. The properties are located at the intersection of Old William Penn Highway and Old Haymaker Road in the R1 one-family residential and M1 planned industrial zoning districts. The Planning Commission has recommended approval for this application.
Good evening.
Hey, Ray.
Ray Gusty from Farragut McCarty Gray.
Welcome, Ray.
If I can orient everyone to the subdivision plan here.
Here we go.
So Old Haymaker Road runs in a diagonal direction in the lower left-hand corner, and Old William Penn Highway runs parallel to the bottom of the drawing. This parcel outlined in red is the Cochrane Collision Center. The parcel outlined in green is the Good Shepherd Church. Cochrane is looking to expand their service facilities, and they approached the church about purchasing some of their property. So this area, it's crosshatched, is the area that was agreed upon. As Mr. Little said, approximately .88 acres. So it's a simple subdivision of the church property and a consolidation to the Cochrane property. So if anyone has any questions on that, I'll try and answer them for you.
Mr. Wilden, anything from staff?
Nope, very simple.
Okay. Council, any questions for Ray?
The shaded area is currently zoned R1 though, correct?
That's M1.
The part that's being conveyed
Yeah.
to
Yes, that's an existing M1.
an existing M1 that's owned by the church?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, not,
Yeah, the R1 actually on the church property has frontage along Old William Penn, and then the back half of the church is actually M1.
Okay. And is there any,
He's going to ask it.
I guess the question for Paul is does that change from the zoning ordinance that we?
No, that is one of the split zone properties I was trying to unsplit, and they did not want to entertain changing their zoning.
Okay.
So it's going to remain split.
Okay.
Okay. That answers that?
Council, any other questions? All right, we'll consider this on Tuesday.
All right, thank
Thanks,
you.
Ray.
Thank you.
Next item, 23-6-C, Court Church Incorporated. Mr. Little.
yeah, applicant is requesting conditional use approval to establish a non-denominational Christian church in an existing building pursuant to the Monroeville zoning ordinance 1443, section 401, table 207, permitted uses, conditional uses, yard and area requirements. Property is located at 841 Old Frankstown Road in the R2 one-family residential zoning district, tax parcel 975S128. A public hearing is required, so anybody that would give testimony would have to be sworn in, and Planning Commission has recommended approval of the application.
Okay, so, was it me or you?
Either of us.
Okay.
You're welcome to do it.
Passing the buck here.
I'll swear you in. So if there's anyone,
Mayor,
so
he's
you two
right
will
side
be,
of it.
but if there's anyone else that would like to add testimony, I'll have you stand and be sworn in. If you, as we're going through this, if by chance you hear something, you do want to add testimony, that's okay. We can always swear you in later, that's no problem. But for now, the people that are planning on speaking, if you would please raise your right hand. Do Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Very good. So this public hearing is called to order. And if you could, I know you're going to go through your project here, but if you could just start with orient us, where is this exactly?
There is the old Penn Hall soccer fields. It's right past that on the left. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can hear still mumbling down here.
We're looking on
You know.
maps to see
Yeah,
where we're
it's right on the edge of Plum, right by the wave pool.
Yep.
Could you
Okay.
state your
Siemens
name,
property.
please?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
my
the
name is Nick
Siemens.
Miller.
And if you could state your name.
I'm Lisa Palmieri. I'm Nick's mom.
Welcome. Welcome. So yeah, if you want to go through your presentation and let
Yeah,
us know
yeah,
what's going
we're
on.
a young church. We're growing. We're on 22 right now, and with the amount of people and the cars and the parking spaces, might be better and safer to get off of the main highway. So found this wonderful spot, and we're just looking to build church there and possibly daycare as well, so we can get some little kiddos in there as well. But yeah, growing church.
Currently by Elmer's, right? Is that
Yes,
that
we
one?
are. Yeah.
How many are in your congregation approximately?
What's our numbers?
About 150 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
150. There's no traffic, Paul, no traffic problems or anything like that?
No, it's
We
actually a good
behave.
location for this use.
I mean, it's on Sunday, so I don't, you
Yeah.
know.
So,
You said that's the old Penn Hall Academy building?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's, okay, you're at the
That's
old
what
Penn
I said,
Hall. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
further up, okay, all right.
I told
it
you,
seemed-
that we were over debating the old Franks, because they went, well, they're right here, but yeah, I couldn't place it right away, that was the 800 block.
We have a small Montessori early elementary school right now, so that also puts us in a better situation for the
When you
kids.
said Penn, I know what it is.
Yeah.
if it was approved, what's your timetable? Or ideal?
And they filmed a movie there.
This month.
You're ready.
We've been
Right away.
working on the building already,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a nice
Waiting for
location for it.
approval.
It'd be
It
nice.
is.
Yeah, it was a
would be really
movie set
nice.
once.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was, I was there for it. Yep.
What movie?
Creep Show.
Oh,
There
great.
was 3 different pieces of Creep Show. It was a George Romero movie, too. They kept setting off the fire alarm. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Adrian Borbeau and E.G. Marshall, if you want me to keep going.
That's okay, we're
That's
good.
good
We're
enough.
good. Yeah, it's plenty for the public hearing. Does council, any questions for this matter? Any questions or concerns from staff at all?
None.
Very good. So is there a motion, is there anything else you'd like to add? Is there anyone from the audience that's here that just heard that wants to add any testimony? Seeing no takers. So is there a motion to close this public hearing?
Motion to close.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. This public hearing's closed, but we're not going to vote on this evening, but we'll consider this on Tuesday.
See you then.
Great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
You-
Great figure.
All right, council, moving over to our motions. We have one motion for this evening. Mr. Little.
Yeah, motion to authorize to advertise an ordinance pursuant to Section 501I of the Monroeville Home Rule Charter, establishing salary and fringe benefits for the position of municipal manager for the 2024-2025 time period. Any questions?
Nope. This is still, in our search for our next municipal manager. Mr. Little is retiring. We're going to let him. But this is just to be ready for just putting the pieces together. Very good. Moving on to our ordinances, we have one to consider for next Tuesday. Mr. Ratcher, please.
An ordinance of the Municipality of Monroeville, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, adopting a new comprehensive zoning ordinance, updating the official zoning map, and repealing all prior zoning ordinances and official maps. And of course, this is the long-awaited zoning ordinance, the 15-year ordinance. So, big night on Tuesday night.
We're bringing it home.
We're going to have fireworks.
Exactly. No, but this is a lot of work, a lot of time, long time coming, and Mr. Wheeler did a great job with all of this, getting us to this point, and all the staff that were involved as well, and, all the community involvement that people were involved. So this is a good thing for Monroeville, definitely. So we'll consider this on Tuesday.
Yeah, we already had the fireworks.
Right. Very good. So moving on to reports of our municipal staff. Mr. Ratcher, anything?
Nothing else for tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Little.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys missed me in informing everybody of different things underneath my report. But I'm happy to report that MMTV has taken home 4 awards. We took home 2 awards last year, and And Jared, you're to be congratulated, you and Dana, on this. Do you have any, there we go.
There we go.
Look at all, look at those.
Wow, look at that.
Looks like the Super Bowl trophies down at the Acrisure Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Oh,
Monroeville
look at that.
Municipal Television took home 4 Greater Pittsburgh
Tomlin.
Community Awards during a ceremony held back on October the 19th. These awards were established to recognize excellence in community media and comprises public access education, access and government access TV, also known as PEG channels. MMTV has had work nominated in 4 categories and won in each of those 4. Its employee spotlight feature one of the category of government short form. Its video on the Cambridge Square fire relief effort, one in the government, the long-form category, and its documentation on the history of the Monroeville Jazz Festival, one for the community event category. There is also a Best Show Award given to the entry with the highest overall score for the nominees across all categories, and MMTV won that award as well with its work on the employee spotlight. I believe that was Susan Johns, he did the spotlight on one of our crossing guards. MMTV is proud to have been the recipient of 7 such awards in the last 2 years. Congratulations, Jared and Dana. Great job, great job.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Oh, boy.
And I'm also happy to report that we have received a check of $9,000 for the animal shelter donation from the Dan Balchick Memorial Fund golf outing. We received that, and so I just wanted to inform council about that. That's a great thing.
Yep.
Thanksgiving Day refuse and recycling pickup will be 1 day late, as it normally is. And the Monroeville's annual tree lighting festivities will be Tuesday, November the 21st at 6 p.m. at the Old Stone Church. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Little. Mr. Hugus, anything this evening?
No, as always, Tim takes my time.
Very good. Ms. Rock?
I do have something this evening. I just wanted to make sure you're aware that we've received the engagement letter for the financial statement audit for the years ended December 31st, 2023, 24, and 25. And that is from our current auditors, Hosek, Speck, Mutual, and Wood. There was a slight increase, and I believe it's reasonable. And just want to make sure you're aware that that's out there, and we'll need to make a decision. You'll need to make the decision whether
Yeah,
to
just for,
retain
you know,
them.
so the public knows, I mean, the proposal, as Josie's talking about, for 23, 24, and 25 respectively, is 29,000, 29,800, and 30,900, which, as Josie said, is reasonable. And just to add information to that, I checked around with some of my colleagues, and up in Cranberry, theirs is 55,000. Now, audits can be different on what you instruct auditors to do. In Ross Township, and Cranberry and Ross were very similar to those communities. Theirs is only like 25,000. So, I mean, I think this price is, you know, for our audit is reasonable.
They do a great job every year.
Yeah, they do, and I'm not certain, but I'm not sure that Ross, I think they just do the basic financial statements. I don't think they do the annual financial, yeah.
Yeah, you're right on it, Joseph, I forgot to mention.
Yeah,
that.
and that's a difference.
That's huge. That's
Yeah.
very big.
And if anyone's
Right.
interested, this document is always posted on our municipal website, and it's, you know, searchable by finding the CAFR, C-A-F-R, C-A-F-R-E.
Right.
Am I saying? The CAFR is on there, so people can review it, and it just really comprehensively goes through the entire municipality. So good. Anything else for this evening, Ms. Rock?
No, that's it.
Thank you very much. Moving over to reports of our council members. Mr. Hizzy.
I have none, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Poach.
Just a thank you to the elections that happened this week. And thank you to the folks that decided to send me back one more time to do that. I appreciated all the help I got from folks as well out there to do that when we were engaged with it. So once more into the breach we go. So it's been great, but thank you. Other than that, Nothing else.
Very good. Mr. Stevenson?
I have two items, and I'll be brief. One, everyone is aware of, and that's the traffic in Monroeville, the work that's being done on 22. All I can try to do is urge people that when you're in that traffic and you come to a light, don't block the intersection so the other people can go through. That's frustrating for everybody that's out there. I've got numerous complaints on it. I've talked to the police department about it. We need to try to be a little more friendly with other drivers under those conditions. And the second thing I have is I want to thank Mr. Sedlak publicly for stepping in while Tim was off on short-term disability. He stepped up to the plate. He kept this ship going without any real speed bumps, and he did a good job. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. You're absolutely right. Very good job, Joe. Mr. Wolfram?
I just want to say I concur with Mr. Stevenson on the report, and especially with Joe over there. Joe, you did a fantastic job while Tim was away and everything like that. So again, thank you for that. Other than that, I have nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Adams?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the veterans out there, being a Veterans Day observed tomorrow and
That's right.
Saturday's Veterans Day. Thank you,
Thank you.
Bob.
Thanks.
And one other thing, thank the Donna Balsick family for the donation to the animal shelter. They run a heck of a golf outing, her and her family and friends. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Williams?
Well, as Bob said, Route 22 is being repaired and made new, and if you go down through Churchill, you can see what a great job this construction company's doing. Got to be flexible, got to be patient, and if you know some other way to go through Monroeville, do it. And they're ahead of schedule, but they're doing a great job, and it looks beautiful. I want to thank the 6 ward voters for coming out, and it was good to see many of them after a couple years. I look forward to serving you for another 4 years, and I'm still having fun, people. This is one of the greatest things of my life that I've done. Saturday is Veterans Day, as Mike suggested, and you got to remember that freedom is not free. Our men and women of the service shed a lot of blood so that we can have this country free as we do. So I want to thank them, and congratulations to Jared and staff for a job well done. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Biondo?
Yeah, congratulations, Jared and Dana. Yeah, and happy Veterans Day, everybody. And thank you, everybody, for your service. Bob,
Not me.
very happy to have you. Yeah, very happy to have you. Congratulations, very happy to have you sitting next to me for at least 2 more years. So congratulations to you too, Eric, and everybody else that won. And our referendum passed as well. So thank you, everybody who voted for that, and thank you, everybody, for coming out to vote. And that's all I have.
Thank you. And I'm going to echo the same thing. Just congratulations to Mr. Poach, Mr. Williams, Mr. Crutt, who won these seats. I also want to, thank also Mr. Johns and Mr. Lionelli, who also ran, because it does take a lot for people to run. And even the people that did win, it takes a lot to step up and to put the work in, to knock on doors, talk to people. It's a lot. So, we appreciate that, and all the people that ran for school board as well, successfully and unsuccessfully. It takes a lot to be involved and try to get involved with your community. So we definitely appreciate it. And congratulations, as everyone else said, to Jared and Dana. They do an amazing job in the TV department. And I want to thank our veterans as well, and hope everyone has a safe weekend. So with that, I want to seek a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you and good night.